Well, here to show us how to improve our posture so work doesn't become a pain in the neck is chiropractor Dr. Kyra Gerber.
Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Welcome to see you.
Welcome.
Let's talk about posture. Before we even get started with this, let's talk about why good posture is so important.
Absolutely. You know, so many people spend so much time sitting at their work, and if you're sitting in a really poor posture position, it actually affects the spine in a really degenerative way. It actually causes degenerative conditions like osteoarthritis and degenerative disc disease, and it can lead to neurological conditions
and
as
it just
well.
gets worse, and it starts to, you know what, you also just said you lose that height.
Absolutely.
I'd be standing with you two, I mean, your height is important.
Yeah.
And if you just keep doing this, I guess, over the years, you just start to
and that's what you'll notice when you look at people as they grow older. It's degenerative. It gets worse and worse. So.
Great, okay.
So let's talk about, we're at work, we're
so this is
talking
your
about
office
this.
setup, is it?
Here's my office.
This is where you're at. Okay.
Right?
So
and
show me how you would normally sit.
Well, because we're really lazy and we like to kind of hang and do this.
It really is.
It really is.
So that's not the best. Let's just try and change that a little bit.
But he always looks like he's just chilling, you know?
But it's comfy.
He's hanging.
It's comfy. It's good to change your position at the desk, but you want to start with a good ergonomic design to start with. And then you can actually relax back a little bit from that place. So, okay. So what we're going to lift the chair up until your knees are at about 90 degrees and your feet are flat on the ground.
Okay.
Perfect. And you don't want it too high, because if it's too high, it's actually going to cut into the back of your leg, and it's going to spoil some of the circulation trying to get down to your toes.
90 degrees.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
about there. Okay. And then for the armrests, you're going to want to lower those down just a little bit, because actually, if you bring them back up, I'll show you what not to do first.
Yeah.
Do you see how your shoulders are having to kind of hunch a little bit in that position?
I have to do this, and I'm engaging this.
So
exactly.
If the armrests are too high, he's moving, his shoulders are going forward.
If the armrests are too high, he's hiking like that, and then I can go, and I can find that spot in the shoulder right away. It's right
no
there.
way, you did. Did you just pop it over? You found that spot. Wow.
So that's key. You've got to lower the armrest just a little bit down.
Okay. And so where do you want them? What height do you want them?
Ideally, you want the arms to hang directly by the side, and the armrest is just below where you'd naturally hang, so that when you go to use the armrest, you can just rest down on it.
Right. You're not too high, and you're not sort of lagging out,
exactly.
like falling. Okay.
Yeah,
and now the monitor, I'm a little this, right?
You think it's a little low.
Yeah.
A little tiny low.
Okay.
So let's see what happens when we raise it up. And then, so where I want this to be, or where you want this to be, is when you look straight ahead at the monitor, you want your eye at the level of the address bar, approximately. It looks a little bit low.
Right now, I can see Kevin.
Yeah, you can see way past.
Yeah, there's Kevin.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is...
What part of Kevin are you looking at right now?
Right in Kevin's waist.
There you go. Right in his belly button. Right there, yeah.
So we want to raise this up, Kyra?
Yeah. A super
Not
way
that we don't want to see you, Kevin.
A super way to do that, it's cheap and effective, is just grab a couple of books that you have around the office and pop it under the monitor until, and I know everyone's going to look at that and say, oh, that's too high, that's too high. It actually isn't if you are looking at that position. So maybe lower that down a tiny bit.
I'm looking at the address bar right there.
What's happening? His neck is not going too far forward or too far back.
So if the monitor is too low, the tendency is to slouch forward like that, and it's putting a lot of stress and strain on the upper back muscles and the neck muscles. So it basically causes chronic fatigue. So you don't only have chronic fatigue, you know, and chronic syndromes in the arms, but it can happen in the neck
and
as
also,
well.
too, you mean that pain just it's constant sometimes,
constant.
and it just never goes away.
Yeah, and people wake up the next morning after 20 years of doing that and say, but Doc, I never had this pain before. It started today. What did I do? Well, look back 20 years at what you did. You'll have the answer.
And this is why this is
actually is very comfortable.
And you're here to talk about the fact that also it's not just the monitor and the chair, it's also where things are placed on your desk. So what do you want to talk about first?
Okay, so
with the accessories.
Is your phone going to ring at some point?
Bring.
Okay, so let's have you reach the phone.
And here's what we do.
Hello.
That's good.
Hello.
Yeah, right.
So I'm sure we've all...
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
We've all done that. We've all done that cradle hold with the neck on occasion when you're, you know, your mom calls and you're doing the dishes. Hey, Mom, I'm doing the dishes. I can't talk. That's fine if it's only temporarily for a few seconds a day. But if you're doing that and you're working with clients on the phone and you're on the phone like that and you're cradling the phone, it's literally causing all kinds of adhesions and buildup of tension in your upper neck and back, and it's a no-no. So this is
we don't answer the phone, is what you're saying.
No, you can answer the phone.
Say no.
Well, the first thing we'll point out is how far the phone is away. If you're answering the phone 10 times a day or 20 times a day, that's a repetitive strain waiting to happen.
Reach over and see what is he doing wrong when he's reaching over like that? What's happening in his body that's not going to be a good thing?
So you're literally stretching the nervous system when it doesn't need to be stretched, and because it's repetitive, you're actually asking more from your musculature than it needs to do. So what happens? They get tired, they get fatigued, and they stop to work properly.
Where should we put that phone?
So bring it closer.
Put it in your lap. Put it right in your lap. Bring. Hello. We're going to take a break, guys, and we're going to come back. We're going to do some stretches, and we've got some gadgets to talk about that are really great for your posture as well. So we've got some stretches to improve your posture.
Some stretches and some exercises I guess we can just spin in circles.
Coming up, take a seat. Easy exercises you can do to save your sore back.
Wow.
Opening the chest up like that and then relax.
Pop a few buttons here, ladies. Hang on a second. I can clear out the front row. There we go.
Hey everybody, we're back with chiropractor Dr. Kyra Gerber, and now we're going to be doing some exercises to improve our posture at work.
Exactly.
Some stretches.
Yes, some stretches.
Okay.
So obviously we want you to get up and move around a lot during the day, but when you are stuck at your desk, there's a few things you can do just to reset the posture, sort of wake it up a little bit.
Okay.
The first one's called chin tuck tilt. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 fingers on your chin and literally push it back, just straight back. You're going to look like you have a few double chins there.
Everybody in the audience, come on,
straight back.
guys.
Everybody's going to do it.
Double chins. One,
and then
two,
when you're
three,
back,
4.
when you get to the back, then you want to tilt your head down towards your chest.
Okay.
And what you should feel is a nice gentle
Sure
stretch
did, yeah.
in the extensor muscles and the suboccipital muscles that'll help to prevent headaches, and it really prevents some degenerative sort of fatigue
I didn't realize it
issues.
hurt until I did it, and I'm like, yeah, that's the little stiff there.
I hear that all day long, I can tell you.
And it's, not the prettiest exercise. You might
No,
want to
it's
do this
not.
like in
You
your...
kind of want to do
Tell
that.
everybody in the office, look over there.
Look away.
Really quick. So push, push,
chin tuck and then
chin
down.
tuck, and then down.
And if you're doing it right, you sound like that.
Chin tuck and then down.
Exactly.
That's my new
Exactly.
chin tuck.
That's-
Hello.
Yeah.
And we can do this like as many times as
Do
we
it,
want.
do it like 50 times a day if you can, but do it at least hold the stretch for about 30 seconds.
Okay, so what's the next one that we need
The
to
next
do?
one we're going to do is a lateral neck stretch. So if you can bring your left ear down towards your left shoulder.
I had to think about where my
Everybody
left
in the
one was.
audience
Wow.
is doing it. I love this
Let's all
audience.
do it. Everybody do it. I like
lateral
that. It's
stretch like
great.
that. And if you like, you can hold on to the bottom of your chair with your opposite arm and then lean over with your other arm and just give a gentle pull. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds. People don't hold stretches long enough. That'll give it a really good release.
And I'm going to say, because I remember I did this before, never bounce. You're not bouncing.
No.
You're just,
And what is helping us? Where are we going? Where's the relief going to come?
So that is coming from releasing the scalene muscles, which are those muscles that tend to get really tight and short as you're losing your posture at work. So stretching them out will actually encourage that posture to come
and
back.
just sort of elongate your neck and elongate your look, and because you started doing this, you're just going to look and feel better.
And a trick that I like to say is, imagine there's a marionette, a string pulling on the top of your head at work too, right? So just gradually just pulls you up towards the ceiling.
For some reason, this is easy for me to do. I don't know why.
I thought you might like that.
Got the hands down, don't I?
So, Kyra, what's the next one, honey?
Okay, so the next one, we're going to use this tool right here.
Okay.
So you can use any exercise band, a lightweight to a light medium weight band. Lots of different varieties out there. You're going to put your fingers within that space. You're going to kind of spread out the fingers. Okay, and then you're going to start from a neutral position here. Check your posture first. And then you're going to just do an external rotation like that. Just opening the chest up like that, and then relax.
Pop a few buttons here, ladies. Hang on a second. I can clear out the front row. There we go.
Wow.
Perfect.
And this is easy to have at your desk.
Totally,
it's,
totally.
You know,
and you don't look like a knob if everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
I think you just, hand them out. All right, everybody, let's get your bands.
And so this is like a rotator cuff?
You're literally you're activating your rotator cuff muscles. Everything we do at work generally is forward. Even as a chiropractor, everything I do is forward, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is extend or open the chest up. So you're stretching the chest at the same time as you're strengthening the external rotators.
It's quite a little workout.
You know what? I can feel it.
You can feel it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
I can
sure
feel the muscles right.
Yes, right? That's awesome.
Because those muscles tend to get weak. That's why you feel it so easily.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
'cause I can
simple
really
tip.
feel that. I'm going to keep this. This is a really
There you
great
go.
one.
Now you've got some great gadgets. Let's go over here. And these little gadgets that you brought here are going to help us at the workplace. And some of the stuff that we talked about earlier. Yes.
Totally.
Okay.
So remember we talked about answering the phone with your neck. You don't want to do that. So a wireless headset by Plantronics. There's lots of different varieties out there, but this literally wraps around your ear. This would be a left-handed one. Wraps around your ear here. You pop it into your ear, and you're good to go.
You're good.
Okay?
That's fine.
So at work we call this Sarah's Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Hit a little button, and it pops on it, and she answers the phone.
Anytime you want to do a show, just stand up and sing for everybody.
Right.
And this is cool. This is what by Webble? It's the footrest?
This is called Webble, and it is a footrest that moves. So basically what that does is it stops you from sitting still all day. You put your feet on here. It's really solid and sturdy, but you can roll back and forth with it. You can extend your legs. You can twist around. You can move
to have
around.
at home because I watch TV for hours. And this would be great because I'm like, know, I call it hub.
Yeah.
And I'm hub for there for hours. That would be great to get something moving.
Yeah, it gets your ankles.
I mean, anything.
It's not a replacement for exercise.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That's not
All I need
cardio.
is that and the elastic band, and I'm good to go. This is me at the new gym.
That's right. So it moves your ankles, your knees, your hips. It keeps you open. Okay?
That's a great one. I love that. That's
So
great. Okay.
this is an essential tool as well. This is called the Gold Touch V2. It's an ergonomic keyboard. It just has this little snap here. If it just opens up like that, it has a tenting position, so it moves like this, and it opens as well.
Like, how
so
does
let's
that...
start with it in a neutral position like that, and
Right.
let's show the audience how you're So
here.
what you're doing with your wrist right now is called ulnar deviation. You're turning your wrist in this position, so that's chronic strain like that. So as soon as we open the V out like that, it stops your wrist from having to do that.
Because you're
You see how
naturally there.
Now it's a line.
And when you got it up and into a V, you brought it up to three-dimensional.
Yeah, so
What's
three-dimensional.
happening? What's happening now? Why?
Okay, so what that allows you to do is be in a relaxed position at the elbows.
Oh, you can
okay?
feel, you can see the difference.
When it's down like that flat, your elbows kind of have to come in, whereas when it's open, your elbows can just relax at the side of your body and just be in your shoulder.
And now, what happens if you're a one-finger typer like I am? C-H-R-I-S. It's not for people like me. No.
Maybe you get another assistant.
Buy it for your assistant.
Now, the special I was looking at, and this is fantastic. What is the name of it? It's the
Evoluent vertical mouse.
A vertical mouse. I've never even heard of it.
It's amazing. So
here's
in a regular mouse position, you are in what we call pronated position. Okay, so your forearm bones, the two forearm bones, which are parallel in their neutral position, have to cross over one another in that position. So that's in the pronation. So constantly doing that will cause a lot of stress and strain at the wrist and at the elbow. So you're preventing things like tennis elbow and carpal tunnel syndrome. Right?
Yeah.
So this is an amazing position for your hand to be in a completely neutral position. It's called the handshake position.
This is awesome.
Exactly.
I could ride my Facebook really fast on this. This is great.
So how do your hands fit into that?
You literally you put your hand right on there. Your thumb is here. There's a bunch of different buttons here that are programmable. So that when you're doing different things on a repetitive basis through the day, you just program it. You hit set to go, and you're good to go.
And it's like your hand is just because you're resting.
Totally rested.
I love
and it
that.
also has a speed control on how fast the mouse moves around the screen. So because of that, you don't have to move your hand very, very far.
Right, so then you're not doing that over and over again. Tell us what this is. This looks just so comfy. I want one just by looking at it. It's like anything that does that, I like it.
Okay, so this one has an awesome name. It's called the Fitter First Fitball Seating Disc.
Very well done.
Nice job. Wow, okay. And what does this do?
What does it do?
It's not a whoopee cushion.
It's not a whoopee cushion.
However,
what it does is it provides your body with an unstable sitting position. Okay, so you're constantly changing a little bit about how you're sitting. So it gives you a little bit of movement, even if you're seated all day. And literally, it can help to increase the core. So you're basically working the core all day where you're sitting.
Amazing.
And it really is comfortable. It helps a little bit with circulation as well. Sometimes with the harder seat, there's not enough circulation happening down there. And
can I ask you a question? If you're in the same position for 8 hours, what is happening? Because if you're sitting there and not moving, your bum's not moving, your waist's not, nothing's moving.
So
what's happening?
Poor circulation to those tissues that are cramped and closed. Okay, so unless you're moving, circulation doesn't go as well, right? So and also your nervous system is impacted because movement is like lubrication for your nervous system. If you're not moving, then it's.
What about standing on it? Because it looks like something you could work out on almost.
That's exactly what it's there for.
Is that something going to pop if I stand on it?
I sure hope not.
Oh boy.
It's built for standing on as well. So it gives your nervous system a little added oomph.
I can't thank you enough for being with us today. You are a delight. Will you come back to talk about more great things with us?
Absolutely, I would love to.
Great job. Thank you so much.
Guys, we have a lovely, lovely, really, really cool gift. Everyone in the audience is going home with a Fitter First Fitball Seating Disc to engage their muscles and improve stability. And you can find out more about the Fitter First products on our website, guys. Really cool.
Exciting. This is an awesome thing. Yeah, you did such a great job. Thanks so much for being here. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. My beautiful angels are going to be here right after that. Great job. That was a lot of fun.